computer? All right, well, whoops, it's working. All right, welcome everybody to the Heat, Turn Up the Heat call on Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Excited that you're all here, and I'm really excited to go through the Shred system guide tonight so that everybody knows what's available. We're not going to go through every point of it, but I want you to get a sense of it, because as you go through it, you're going to find, like I did, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that was there. Oh, I didn't know that was there. Oh, that's what I can find. So I want to let you see all that. And then I'm a little dark there. I also, the other thing that I wanted to do is can't remember. Oh, is tell you who I am. That's good. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Nikki Cotton. I'm 100 Club. I've been with the Juice Plus company for 26 years. And it has been an amazing journey. We came from total bankruptcy, thought we were going to lose our home, maybe our firstborn, and following a system that we were diligent about. During those first 90 days, we set up the rest of our business and continued on. I'm not saying that we built our business in 90 days, because we certainly took 3 to 5 years to make that happen, but it was those 90 days that we really focused and set things in motion. So we're going to look at, where do you find the rhythm of the shred and how do you use it? So I'm going to do a little screen share here. Screen share. And hopefully all of you can see this. Let me get this off of here. Great. So where I've gone to is healthylivingrevolution.com. So you're going to want to write that down. I went to healthylivingrevolution.com. And the next thing I did was scroll right down to the bottom. And you'll notice this little gear on the right side. I'm going to press that gear. And then what comes up is a password. Oh, that's interesting. What should have come up is something that asked me what my password is. And I guess I had done it a few minutes ago, so it still thinks I'm checked in. But the password is simply revolution. So it's really simple. So I would type in the word revolution, I'd click, and it would bring me to the resource center. And by the way, anytime you have a question, just ask yourself and ask. Not a problem. Okay? So now I am going to scroll down to the Shred 10 system guide. I'm curious, is there anybody that hasn't ever taken a look at this? And if so, just raise your hand. I'm just kind of curious, and keep it up because I can only see a few people at a time. So if you have never seen it, okay, great. Thanks, Sheila, for letting me know. Anybody else who's never looked at the Shred system guide? Anybody else? So all of you except for Sheila have looked at the system guide, I'm assuming. Okay, so Donna, is that you that has not had a chance? Great. And Regina, not yet? And
I haven't either, Nikki.
Okay, great. Thank you. So there's a couple of you that have not. Hey there, Jenny. I bet you've looked at the system guide before. Okay, so all of you have not. So it's going to be really great to look at it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply hit the download. And I've actually already, well, we'll just do it. I'm going to hit the download. And here we go. This is the system guide. And what we're going to do is really go through it. Now, if you've printed one up from a long time ago, it may have changed. And so what you want your system guide to say on it is April 20th. I know I brought mine back from Branson, and there's a lot of things that are different on it than that one that was printed up in January of this last year. So we're going to go down, and I just want to point out a couple things. So number one, they go through how to run a Shred 10, what to do at the beginning of the month, what to do at the mid-month, and what to do to promote the next shred. And like I said, I am not going to teach you the shred, but I really want to show you what's available. And I'm asking all of you to go back and look at this, because when you follow the shred as it is, it's really successful. It really is. So we're going to go down a little bit further, and this is an important part. This is the customer journey. So you'll notice over here there's two sections. This is when you're presenting live in person, or you using an online event that you would actually use the Shred 10 book. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's really cool. It's a flip book that actually flips through, and Jenny is nodding her head. Jenny, I am assuming that you've either used it or, man, you are the best listener ever, and I'm going to keep you in my pocket for this whole time because you're a nodder. We love the nodders. And then if you're going to do a personalized message blitz, this is a little bit of explanation. But notice here at the bottom, it actually tells you what pages to look for to do either one of those things. And so, of course, you're going to do a little sharing. You're going to make sure to share your story. That's really important. And then you're going to learn how to ask some questions. Find out if you're ready to join the shred. And if so, what package is right for them? So, for example, what I do when I'm talking to somebody about the shred, I ask them how committed they are to their health. Like, what is it that they want to get out of this? And that guides me to which package might be right. So, Heidi, are you on, and can you mute yourself out as well? And would you mind just sharing a little bit about, how you ask your customers what they're ready for?
Well, I also ask how committed they are. One of the things I like to do is always start by asking if they're ready for the best experience ever. And they normally say they want to do what I do. And so I share with them, well, this is my experience, and I do 2 shakes a day, every single day, pretty much every day. I do 2 shakes a day and the capsules. And I always start with the premium package because you don't want to sell yourself short, first of all, but you want them to have the experience that you yourself have had. And they're not going to get that quite as much unless they have that 2 shakes a day. So I always start with that. Then if they say, well, I'm not that committed, I might do 1 or 2 shakes a day, maybe I'll do the shred, then I will go down and have them share, do the trio and 2 boxes of shake. Sorry, I didn't clarify. When it's 2 shakes a day, it's 4 boxes of the shake that you're going to be ordering for the premium package. But when it's just 1 shake a day after the shred, then I say, well, okay, 2 boxes and the trio is then the next step down. If that's still a little bit too much for them, then I go to the trio on 1 box. So they're going to get the shred with a few left over. But most of the success that we've had with people getting the best experience is with the premium, for sure.
And Heidi, one of the things that I love that you told me earlier in the day when we talked about this is that you said, everything comes in a 4-month supply.
Yeah.
So if you want to do 2 shakes a day for the full 4 months, if you want to do 1 shake a day for 4 months, so 2 shakes a day is 4 boxes of complete, and 1 shake a day for the 4 months is 2 boxes of complete. And I also like that today you also said, well, if the best experience I've ever had is doing 2 shakes a day. Would you like to do what I'm doing? It
right.
sort of encourages them. It's that peer thing of, oh, I want to do what Heidi's doing. And the other thing is that I wanted to mention is that, Heidi, when you guys went and fast-tracked to senior sales coordinator, that's the exact program that you were doing. You were getting everybody committed to doing 2 shakes a day for 4 months. And that's what really shifted your business and put the volume in.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then, of course, if they still don't want to do that, of course they can just do the trio. And most of our studies are based on the trio. So it's not like they're just eating dog meat. They're really getting a great package, even if they just do the trio. So, and then, some of the stuff is after you've gotten them on it, you want to continue their education. So you definitely want to share the educational video, and it tells you exactly which one to share it and exactly where to find it right here. So all of this information is right in this booklet. And then you want to add them to the Facebook event. Now, Carrie, I didn't talk to you. I didn't ask you if you would talk, but it would be nice to have different voices. So can you just really quickly tell us what we're doing on our team with the live and the lifestyle Facebook events? How does that work?
Yeah, so the live portion is a Facebook event where we're going to have new shredders on. And so when you have new customers, you're going to invite them to that event. It's going to run 10 days. It's the first Monday of each month. And we're going to set it up. We're going to invite distributors, and then they're going to invite their customers to that page, to that event. And then we're going to actually hold it a couple days after the 10 days is over, just so that we can do some follow-up care. And then what we're going to do is transition them, because once they're off the shred, they actually transition into the lifestyle. And so, and that's that 4-month experience. And so then what we're going to do is transition all of the new people over to our Heat and Friends Shred 10 lifestyle, I think, Facebook group, and our Live Healthy, Be Happy Facebook group. So, you know, it's really important that we're sharing our experiences even on the Live Healthy, Be Happy, because a Tower Garden customer may look at some of the postings that we're doing and go, wait a minute, I want to do that. So it's really important to follow up with that. So new group, transition them over for the 4-month experience to our Shred Facebook group and the Live Healthy, Be Happy group.
And so, Carrie, what if they were already in our lifestyle Facebook group, but now they did a shred a long time ago, our Shred lifestyle group, and now they want to do a shred again. What would you do with them?
Well, I've had people that say they've done a shred, but they really haven't done a shred. And so I have been adding them, but typically they're going to be in that shred lifestyle group, because they can shred with us. And so it's kind of, I think it's, what I've been looking at is kind of what their experience has been. I have not had recently people that have really committed to the shred, and so I'm really trying to get them to commit to the shred and really look at the information we're putting out on the live event.
Okay, so what I would like to suggest is, if you have an existing customer that maybe did the shred a long time ago, and you'd added them to our Shred lifestyle page, which had a different name previously, and now they say, yes, I want to do May 1st shred, you're going to add them to the events page.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
And they'll already be in the lifestyle page, so you don't have to move them back. So they can still come into our events page and really be on the page.
Okay, that's what I've been doing, so that's good for affirmation. Okay, thank you.
So now they've been added to the Facebook event. Now there's going to be really good customer care. So let's look down at all of this stuff too. So this is what the Shred 10 booklet looks like. And this is up here where you can find it, right here. So it's there. And you, of course, find it at the Healthy Living Revolution spot. You want to, uh-oh, I pressed on it. That's funny. Hold on. That's funny. It didn't like that I pressed on that. Let's get back into resources. That took me right out of there. Sorry about that. So now we're going to go back. I'm going to be careful not to be pressing on any of the links. Didn't realize they were quite so live. So, and again, this is just what we started talking about. Where do you want to get started? What do you want to do? That's all written down here. All the things that we just talked about. Now, and this is the personalized message blitz. Remember earlier when I said if you want to do a blitz or do something online, all of these are the actual scripts for you to do the actual blitz. So you don't even have to come up with anything. And here's the rhythm that we just talked about. So you're going to do some text blitzing. You're going to do personal invitations. You might do some events. You might do a Facebook Live. You might do a taste of the Shred party. And our deadline to order products to have them in time is about the 24th of the month, previous to that first Monday of the next month. And then you're going to do 10 full days of the Shred on your live event. And then after 14 days, when the event ends on Facebook, you're going to move them into your lifestyle Shred page. And so here's a great place where you can actually write down who you're going to invite and what tools you're going to use for each of those people and any notes that you want to take. And you can make several copies of this page. So again, here's some great discovery questions for you. If you don't know how to get, wondering what to ask your prospects, here's some great clarifying questions and then invitations to join the actual mission. And then again, ways to tell your story. So everything that was in the very first page of that 1 through 7 of events and what to do that was way up at the top, here's explanations in full detail of those first few pages. Remember it said look at page 5 and 6 if you want to know more about so-and-so, and look at page 10 if you want to know about stories. So all that's here. And then let's let's go down. If you want to know how to expand your market, there are ways for you actually to do that. You can host a live Shred 10 event. Taste of the Shred event, I love that idea. Invite people to bring their Shred-friendly approved dish. Invite other people to experience them. Give them the Shred 10 cookbook or Healthy Living Revolution cookbook as a free value. Remember, we heard at conference, the free value door. That's a great way to do it. And then again, let's just say somebody saw you on Facebook. There's even, tell me about the Shred 10. All of the information is here. I really want you to seriously check all of this out, underline it, highlight those things that you think that you can use. So what if they're not on Facebook? Can they still do the Shred 10? Absolutely. We could be in touch over email. You could be in touch over the phone. So there is every possible situation that that somebody could come in contact with. And even here it says, can you just add me to the Facebook event so I can check it out? So everything is right here for you. Now, even on questions, am I pregnant? Can I do the Shred? So take a glance. Remember we talked about packages and ordering? That was what Heidi talked about. If you're constantly saying everything comes in a 4-month supply, it really establishes so much more about our customers. And finally, this is a great one to be able to use with people. But, and I think Heidi covered the Shred package really well. Facebook event. We actually covered that on our business builder call, how to set up a Facebook event. But there's even one here that tells you exactly how to set it up and how to do that. So there's nothing here that's missing on our Shred. So, and then if you're setting up a Facebook event, how will you run it? What will you do? All of it is right here for you. Now, Heidi, I want to ask you, how do you connect with your customers? Wait, let's go. Oh, this is what to say in Facebook during the 10 days. So if you don't know what to post in your Facebook event, it's all right here. Day 1 through 7, what you can be posting, what videos to post, everything is right there for you. It's really phenomenal. But how about customer care? So Heidi, can you tell us a little bit about how you do your customer care? How often do you text your customers during the first few days of the Shred?
Sure, I love doing the customer care because it's a really great way to get feedback from your customers and, you know, help them if they're struggling. I text them about 3 times a day.
Okay, and when do you text them?
In the morning, in the middle of the day, and in the evening.
Do you have a trick for how to remember to do that?
Yeah. So in the morning and in the evening's pretty easy. You know, I'm not so distracted with work and other stuff. So I always remember to text first thing in the morning. Kind of normally, you don't want to do it right away because I get up so early. So a reasonable hour, like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, just to kind of, you know, help them with a kickstart, you know, ask them a question like, have you planned your shakes today? Have you planned your meals today? Just really simple questions, just to kind of get them reminding them of the Shred guide, basically, is what I do. But in the middle of the day, it's a bit more of a challenge because I'm at the salon and, I'm distracted. I've got hair color, I've got haircuts going on, and I can't always remember. So I set an alarm on my calendar. And then I don't always get to it right away, but it's an extra reminder that I need to text that client. And I have, there's so many texts on this Shred guide that you can use and then personalize yourself. I don't always feel like some of the scripts do relate to me, so I always just change them. I just text one of my customers today asking if she tried any of the recipes from the cookbook or planned to use any of the recipes from the cookbook. And she said, no, not yet, but I'm actually doing her hair tomorrow. So she was super excited to actually look at the Shred, the cookbook with me and plan out some recipes and some meals for herself. So
that's great. And for those of you that don't want to take time to put your text together, look at this. Day 1, morning, midday, and evening text. Day 2, morning, midday, evening text. You really don't have to think about a thing. But the one thing that I would say is If you would never use the words, okay, time to conquer day 2, you might say something like, welcome to day 2. This one might be a new one for you. If conquer is not one of your words and you're doing it with a friend, they will sense that it's scripted. So you want to take into consideration, like Heidi did, the concept of the texts, and you can change up the verbiage for any of it. It actually goes all the way through day 5, and then on day 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, they're telling you just to do one text a day. And some of them include videos, and as you can see, day 8, day 9, and I think even later on, that many of them include videos that are fun for your customers to watch. So, and Heidi, I have to say that your team has really great retention, and I think it's because you're really teaching that customer care piece. And that's such an important one, especially now. And another thing I want to point out is if you start a customer on the shred and they decide to become a distributor, guess what they're going to teach all of their people to do? They're going to teach their people to do it exactly the way they get started. So there can be a lot at stake for you doing this the correct way. And then finally, the customer profile. And I am curious, and I'm just going to show it to you quickly, and then I'm going to take it off of share, because I wanted to show you what's been purchased, the order date, any that you've asked them to be on Facebook. Is it okay? What's their favorite way to learn? Do they want to be included on the list to be invited to online events? Why did you order Juice Plus? And what are the top 3 areas you'd like to see improve? And those are really, here's some ideas, by the way, that they could tell you about, and that's it. So I'm going to stop share, and I'm going to tell you the importance of that, doing a little bit of a questionnaire before your customer gets started. Let's say you've got a customer, and you're doing follow-up 2 months later, a month later, and you say to them something like, so how are you doing? I know I'm so dark. How are you doing? How's Juice Plus doing? And they go, fine. They don't say anything else. They just say, fine. So what do you do in that case? Well, you can look back and say, you got their sheet in front of you that said they don't sleep very well. They'd like to sleep better. They'd like to get rid of headaches. They'd like to have more energy. You don't have to say that's what they wanted, but you could ask that in a form of a question. So tell me a little bit about your sleep. Well, I don't know that I'm noticing anything. Well, how are you sleeping? Well, I'm really sleeping well through the night. Gee, that's interesting. When you started 2 months ago, you made a comment that you wake up 3 and 4 times a night. And your customer will go, I totally forgot that. Wow, you reminded me of that. Or you'll say something like, how are your headaches? Oh, I don't get any. Well, you said when you started that you used to get headaches. Oh my gosh, I forgot I got headaches all the time. When people have improvements, they honestly don't remember what it felt like when they weren't doing well. So if you put it in the form of questions, if they said they wanted to sleep better, if they said they wanted more energy, if they said they wanted a skin to look better, simply ask it in the form of questions. How's your sleep? How's your skin? How's your energy? My energy's fine. Well, do you ever have a slump in the middle of the afternoon? Oh my gosh, now that you're asking it, I always used to want to take a nap at 2 o'clock and now I'm not anymore. It's amazing how quickly we forget when we're uncomfortable, and when we're feeling good, it's just normal and how it's supposed to be. So that's basically the rhythm of the shred. But what I want to challenge all of you is to not stop here, but to actually go into the healthylivingrevolutions.com, press on the little gear, type in revolution in the password, and scroll down and print out the shred guide and use it. Now, Michelle, I know that you've had some great response since you decided to go back and actually use it exactly as it's designed. Can you just tell us a little bit about what your experience was? I know, especially in texting. Are you there?
I didn't hear what you said, Nikki.
Okay, so what I said was, I believe it was you that said once you started using the guide and texting exactly the way it said to, you got a little shift. Would you share that?
I did, yes. In fact, I started using the guide, and especially in particular, if I sent you, if I would you, which is the Eric Worre Go Pro, but it's specifically mentioned in the text script, meaning basically if I sent you a short video, or basically how I said it was what they had is, hey, I'm rounding up some friends to do this shred with me. If I sent you a quick video, would you watch it? That's all I said, and I got 100% response of people saying yes, they would watch the video.
And how many people of you have labored over the perfect text to send somebody, and notice the simpler and shorter it is, the more response you get? Has anybody else used the shred and can share their experience? I think we might have some other people that have been able to do that. Hi, Skipper. Anybody else use the shred and want to share a little bit about what their experience has been? You got some shy people?
I'll share with you.
Great.
I absolutely love that the presenter booklet. I have done Facebook live events with that booklet, and a team member come over and we've gone through that booklet, the presentation booklet, and talked about each slide one-on-one. And we expected a couple people to be on, but people actually commented on the event as we were doing it. We had like 75 comments. People were asking questions, and we were able to go back at the end of our live presentation and answer their questions. So, and we have had success with smaller shred groups. So we do the event like you suggested, and we clear it out and then start a new event. But yeah, the shred it's fantastic. Fantastic.
For those of you that are not familiar how cool that little book is, some of you may not know what it looks like. I'm going to do another share screen. So I'm back in the Healthy Living Revolution, and I'm back into the resource page. Here's the booklet page right here, presentation book. I'm going to do this online flip right here. Notice what happens. It actually sounds like a book turning pages, and there it is. And there is a script that comes with it down below that you can actually use if you don't know what to say. So it's just really amazing. For those of you that haven't had a chance to look at this, I just want you to see how incredibly thorough this whole shred guide and Healthy Living Revolution page is. So Heidi.
I just wanted to say, for those people that don't like reading and they like to listen as well, basically, of course, there's this amazing video, recording right here. But Julie Herbst and Jamie Kenzie have a great video that basically explains everything that you should follow to a T. So if you didn't want to sit there and read, and you just wanted to listen while you're in your car, or watch a video while you're sitting down on the couch, that's another option.
And what I'm trying to do is get to that real quickly to show them where that is. So you can see this is it right there. Jamie Kenzie and Julie Herbst, right, Heidi? And they explain everything. So everything you need. So one of the things that I am really encouraging my new distributors to do, if they tell me they only have 5 hours a week to do this business, I'm going to tell them to get on our Tuesday night Heat Team call. I'm going to tell them to get on one of our Monday Business Builders call. And I'm going to tell them to get on our Tuesday or Saturday, either one, Take Back Healthy call to learn how to tell their story, to get more belief in the product. And that is going to take about an hour and a half of their time. And the other 3 hours should be devoted to pretty much, well, the other thing I would like to say is maybe another half hour a week self-educating. And then the other 2.5 hours totally talking to people, inviting people. And it really does take some self-education to develop this business. And I can tell you the people that have gone the farthest with this business have done two things. One, they've been really good at self-education. And number two, they've done the high payoff activities, and they've spoken or texted or emailed people all the time. They set their goal, whether it's 10, 20, 30 people a week, they commit to a number and they do it consistently. So is there any other questions? Because I think we've pretty much covered the shred guide. And you know what? I'd love to hear from one person that really hasn't looked at it, and tell me what you think. I'm risking something here in case somebody says it's just horrible, but I know you won't. So is there anybody that hasn't had a chance to see it, and what's your reaction? Just unmute yourself and let us know.
Nikki, I haven't used it, and I really like the flip book.
idea. I think it takes the anxiety out of presenting because it's there for you.
Great.
I think it's going to be super helpful.
Great, Sheila. Thank you. Anybody else have a favorite part or just something that really caught their eye?
Nikki, this is
Patty, and I haven't used the verbiage in it yet, but I'm excited to do that. I think that's a big key.
Thanks, Patty. And Dawn?
I'm sorry. I was just going to say how thorough it is and how different people learn differently, and so it covers all the bases, and that is really super helpful, I believe.
You know, that's a really good thing. People do learn in different ways. What Heidi said, somebody wants to read it, somebody wants to hear it. You can turn it on and put your earphones on, and even though it's a YouTube, you don't need to be watching it. You can just be listening to some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Any other last comments before we jump off?
So Nikki, it's Mac. Just so there's no dumb questions here. This is
No dumb questions.
well, on that book and all that video stuff, I'm not as computer savvy as a lot of people. So when you have that book, you can download it, or can you YouTube it? Can you?
It's right on that spot. So you simply go to that spot and click on the book. So if
Yeah.
you wanted to show it right from that spot, you don't need to go to YouTube. It's right on the Healthy Living Revolution, and you can put it in presentation size. Okay. So let's do a quick share screen right here. One more time. And we are out of our time for the call. Usually ends right at 6:30. So for those of you that feel like you know this, you can jump off, but I'm going to do it, share it for those people who don't. So if you wanted to show the online flip book, you can just press right there and just do it right from here. So you don't have to go to YouTube. If you wanted to actually maybe print it off and carry it with you and show somebody at a coffee shop, you could hit right here, download now, and it would come out as a PDF, and you could just simply print it. So it's going to come up as a PDF right here, and I could go to my file up here and just put file print, and it would print off each page. So I could do it that way.
But on that online flip book, would you just show people from either your phone or your
You could do it from an iPad. You could do it from a phone if it's big enough. You know, I don't know if somebody that needs glasses, it might be harder, but a laptop you could carry with you. You could do it from your phone. And here's a PowerPoint. If you're really savvy, Maggie, and you wanted to do a big presentation using a PowerPoint screen, you could actually download the PowerPoint, and then it would come up looking like a whole PowerPoint. It's not coming up that easily. I'd have to go into my downloads. Well, maybe I can do that right here. And can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that?
No.
No, okay, because I didn't screen share it. But it comes in as a download as a PowerPoint. So if you're more savvy, you can actually use that.
Okay.
So it's all different ways that you can download it. Notice there's even a Shred 10 order form that you can print off. And then there's even a calendar and, you know, how you're going to do what you're going to do. So all of this is right here. And then I didn't go back. Here are every single video. So let's say you want to send a video to a friend and you say, this is the one I want to send. You could copy this, hit copy, and go to your phone and send them the video right from here.
That's awesome.
It's all on healthylivingrevolution.com. It's all right here.
You
And
know
then,
what? Can you scroll back up where you were? Is there a PowerPoint presentation by Julie? Okay, I thought maybe you could send that book, that PowerPoint.
you mean well, you could if you downloaded it and just sent it as an email.
Oh, okay.
You could, but you do not want to get them to this resource page. That's something that's just for distributors.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
And there's some great videos right here. If you've never watched them, they are amazing. Scroll down further, guys, on the Healthy Living Revolution site, and you've got all kinds of beautiful graphics that you can stick on your Facebook page and use for flyers. It's all right here. So there's two things that we talked about exploring. One is the Shred 10 guide, and the other is this entire Healthy Living Revolution.com website. So those are things that you can explore to get self-educated during that half hour a week you're going to spend educating yourself. Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, everybody, have a great night. Have a great week. For those of you that are going to join us at 7:15, some of you may have guests. This next call at 7:15 is really designed for you, A, to learn your stories, how to tell your stories, get more confidence in the business. But after that, it's really designed for you to get some guests on. So if you're coming on, we'll see you at 7:15. Same, oh, no, it's a different ID than this one. So hopefully you've got that flyer with you and you can check in to see where that's at. All right, you guys, good night. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.